Very quick follow-up, fear. I would like you to speak very briefly about how creating a climate of fear is in fact a toxic impact on the person.
Well, I would like to use an example of what we should do when we're faced with fear. And I will just use one of the people that are on here. Dr. Judy Mikovits was intimidated. They tried to scare her. And to her credit, she rose beyond the fear that would have maimed most people, that would have paralyzed most people. And she refused to cower to that fear. And that in itself is what how fear controls us, by us cowing in. If we recognize that and we refuse to cow to the term being bow to that fear, and we move forward, we realize that there is nothing to fear but fear itself, in the words of Franklin D. Roosevelt. I think that it's very important to distinguish the difference between fear and danger. So danger is real, and we need to be aware of what is coming down the pipeline, what is dangerous. But we also have to make sure that we are not fearful of that danger. The problem right now is that fear has been painted around the danger of the COVID-19. Again, a massive distraction. What we should be concerned about and what we should recognize as danger is what is the rights that are being eroded, the perpetuation of this myth that we need to vaccinate the human species, even down to the concept of this herd immunity, and a person that does not get a vaccine is making the individual that's been vaccinated susceptible, which is just, it's amazing to me that even simple logic has defied the argument that if you've been vaccinated, then what are you worried about? You've already been protected. The only person that should be concerned is the person who hasn't been vaccinated, if you believe that the necessity to vaccinate is something that humanity needs. But the biggest problem, I believe, has been the media, because they are the mouthpiece for the world, and the world relies on this mouthpiece to give us information. And under the pretense of freedom of speech, they have manipulated that freedom of speech to take advantage. And yet, when somebody like Dr. Mikovits or many other people like myself, when we speak out, we are censored, we are attacked, and it's a use of free speech on one side to further their evil agenda, and then also used to suppress and censor the true information. So I think if anything is being brought on trial, yes, the Gates and the Faucis are important to obviously address, but I think that the corporate, and I'm a capitalist, so I'm not sure if that falls into your category or not. I'm a capitalist. I believe that allows for innovation and advancement. But those people, the corporate entities, and especially the owners and the individual stockholders of these entities that are mouthpieces, that are speaking for the world, i.e. the news media, that they must be held criminally responsible, not just financially liable, but criminally responsible. And as with, in the United States at least, in the United States, the penalty for treason is hanging. And I think that they should be facing the same type of penalty, because they have caused literally the death of millions and millions of people. To hold Gauci and Gates responsible, that's fine, but who propagated it? Who was responsible for getting this information out and misinforming the public when the public relied on that message, on that information?